And our first guest joins us in studio, Mr. Donald Baillargeon. He is the Chief Operating Officer and the Chief Financial Officer for a company called Cavitation Technologies. Their stock symbol CVAT. Neil, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Now, fascinating company. You describe yourself as an innovative leader in processing fluids, fluidic mixtures, emulsions, and suspended solids. Can you give us a general overview of the company, please?
Sure. We've been in business for about 10 years. And over that period of time, we really focused on developing and designing hydrodynamic cavitation devices and systems. And these solutions are being provided to global industries that process fluids and liquids. The core, in essence, the core of our technology is hydrodynamic cavitation and creation of micro vapor bubbles. Conceptually, to understand it, we break fluids at the molecular level to nanoparticles. And why is it important? It's really to understand that a chemical reaction takes place when really you have very small particle size and, let's say, high temperature. This is like a catalyst. Our devices create that environment. So in essence, if in your conventional process, by treating liquids, may take you hours to achieve certain results, we do it instantly. Wow. And in a highly efficient way. So our technology could be applied to numerous or number of industries and applications and verticals. That's how it makes us very unique. As a company, for the last 12 years, for about 10 years, we spent about $12 million in research and development. We have over 20 patents issued and pending, both domestically and abroad. And as a business model, how we figured out to bring our technology to life is to create strong OEM relationships or partnerships with large strategic partners. This allows us to primarily focus on development of new applications and innovative technologies, and these global partners bring our technologies through their sales channels and distribution channels to end users. This allows us to maintain very low inventory cost, maintenance cost, and maintain very high gross margins, which typically range 80 to 90%. Wow. And this is how our company is positioned.
Well, it's really remarkable because your patented devices and technologies significantly reduce operating costs. What are some of the applications that you mentioned?
When I joined the company in 2011, and you know how in small companies, you have Sure. everything under the sun. My guys, founders, they've developed multiple applications and very interesting applications, but somebody has to bring it to life. Mm-hmm. So my main focus was to really decide which is initial proof of concept is going to take place. So we figured vegetable oil refining would be the first application that we're going to apply our technology. Even though I have mentioned to you, there are multiple applications that our technology could be used. So in that particular vertical, which we believe $700–800 million opportunity for our company, we started working on that industry in about 5–6 years ago.
Okay. Well, it's kind of interesting because that industry has seen steady growth in the edible vegetable oil industry. We've got oils now like soybean oil, palm oil, canola oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, peanut oil. And your processes, you improve the yields, yet you reduce the operating expenses.
Conceptually, to understand how this works, and let's say we're going to tackle vegetable oil refining. Sure. The seed is brought to the refinery, being crushed, and you have crude vegetable oil. Then it has to go through multiple stages of chemical treatment, water treatment, and so on, to have this golden color, which, you go to the store, you pick up, your soy oil, and, it looks great.
That's what you want to see.
That's what you want to see. But, behind the scenes, the process, the conventional process is very cumbersome. What we brought disruptive technology to this industry. And that allows the end user to greatly reduce the usage of chemicals, so a reduction by 80–90%. The shelf life of oil is significantly extended. We improve the yield. In essence, the neutral oil that's being trapped in impurities, the operator can extract it now, and obviously it becomes a significant number for their bottom line. And this is our technology, our applications, and that's how we brought it to life, again, through our strategic partner.
Now, you announced recently that you'd entered into a marketing and sales agreement with a company called Desmet Balestra. What are you expecting from this deal?
Desmet Balestra is a global leader. This company is based in Belgium. And Desmet's been in business, I believe, since 1947, 48.
Wow.
They've built over 7,000 plants worldwide. They have about 1,000 employees, roughly $700–800 million in sales. So, as I mentioned to you, our business model was to create these strategic relationships with global leaders, and Desmet is one of those companies. They were wonderful. We've been in business with them for 5 years. They brought our technology to the marketplace, and now with about 20 plus, roughly, I'd say about 30 installations we have worldwide, they've been a wonderful strategic partner.
Well, they're doing a good job of you. I mean, looking right at some of the purchase orders from Thailand, Canada, Poland, India, Vietnam. I mean, does the company ever get concerned with keeping up with the demand that they're creating for you?
Well, it's a nice problem to have.
Yes, it is.
And again, as I mentioned to you, Desmet was a wonderful partner. We sell globally. Interestingly to understand that everything we produce and make here domestically. So when people talk about exporting, we export our technology on a worldwide basis.
I see.
And Desmet implements these technologies, again, throughout the world.
Well, now, one of the biggest global problems that we're facing in today's world is water treatment. How does your technology apply to that?
What else is new, right? Everybody talks about water. As I mentioned to you, that the initial proof of concept had to be within a certain vertical, certain application, and we've covered that in vegetable oil refining. Water is a global problem, and we talk about fresh water, processed water, impurities, and so on and so forth. We believe that our technology provides an innovative way of treating processed or contaminated water. Again, we're not going to solve all the problems in the world. For example, we cannot do desalination. But what we can do is, for example, water that has high toxins or contaminants or microorganisms. Our technology greatly removes or improves the quality of that water. And it's done in a very cost-effective way. For example, we looked at the industry ballast water. It's a global problem today where governments worldwide expect vessel operators to have water treatment systems on their ships that are environmentally friendly. For example, in the United States, it's EPA and US Coastal Guard. We've done initial work, done initial studies and testing where we kill microorganisms, bacteria, we remove unwanted toxins in a very environmentally friendly way. So it's not only that we save the environment, but it's very cost effective. It's a fraction of a cost of current technologies that are being implemented. And if I look at this, for example, this particular vertical, it's about $6 billion a year, and it's about roughly 60,000 vessels worldwide. So these are the type of opportunities our company is working on, and again, developing relationships with strategic partners.
It's a fascinating company. We go on the entire show, but I know we'll be talking with you for about the next 3 months. Why is it a good time right now, Neil, to take a closer look at your company?
I believe that we are poised and positioned for exponential growth, top and bottom line. To give you an example, our growth margins are 80–90%. This year we expect to generate about $2.5–3 million in revenue, with a bottom line about $800,000 to $1 million. And if we look at our business model, to jump to, let's say, $10 million in revenue, our bottom line is going to be about $7–7.5 million. Wow. So by maintaining these high gross margins, we're positioned to very high growth, again, because we already created strong strategic partnerships with global companies. And this is something we're currently working on, and over a period of the next 3 months, I'll be able to disclose that information to you more openly.
Fascinating. Cavitation Technology, CVAT is their stock symbol. Neil, this is a tremendous story. There's so much ground we want to cover over the next several weeks. Thanks so much for joining us.
Of course. Thank you very much.